I know I can't take one more step towards you, 'cause all that's waiting is regret. And don't you know I'm not your ghost anymore? You lost the love I loved the most. I learned to live.
Hi guys, so good afternoon and welcome back to my magical world. I am Frostbite and yeah, how are you? Okay, so I got I had a really nice nap this afternoon. I have tons of shit to do, but I I I went to sleep. So um yeah, it's a good thing and it's not a good thing at the same time because I have things to finish. So I think I'm gonna sleep again like early morning. So puyat again, puyat. Again, we're going to continue the second part of the crazy facts that you probably didn't know or care to know. So hear this out. Let's proceed on the number 21st. Wait a second. So in 1921, a group of workers in a fertilizer factory stuck dynamite in a 4,500-ton block of hardened ammonium nitrate to loosen it up. The resulting explosion killed 500 people, destroyed 80% of the surrounding homes, and ripped the roofs off of buildings 15 miles away. So that was a lot of explosion. Next, the actor who played Luca Brasi in The Godfather was actually a member of the Colombo crime family sent to monitor the set. Coppola cast him, but due to his nerves, he kept making mistakes and repeating his lines to himself. This was then incorporated into the film as a character trait. Can you imagine that? Like, that was actually something that is wrong, but they acknowledge it like a certain character of that specific actor. Crazy, crazy. But it's something. Next is American garbage truck delivers. I mean, American garbage truck drivers have an average annual salary of $40,000, greater than the nationwide average of 30,000 among all high school graduates. So, this facts has been long ago, so I'm not sure. I'm not really sure how much they earn at this time. So today is like 2022 already. So who knows, right? I'm not American yet. No, just kidding. Just kidding. So yeah, there's a guy in Portland who plays a set that shoot flames while dressed as Darth Vader and riding a unicycle. So that was an amazing skills actually. Next is fresh snow absorbs sound, lowering ambient noise over a landscape. Oh, actually I know this stuff, but this is like just a confirmation. That's why it gets so quiet when it snows. You see that? That is something to ponder. Next is a riddle from 18 I mean, a riddle from 1688 goes, if a man born blind can feel the differences between shapes such as spheres and cubes, could he, if given the ability to distinguish those objects by sight alone? In 2003, the riddle was solved when five people had their sight restored through surgery. They could. Gonna repeat that. Next is Rob Riggle, the actor from The Hangover, The Daily Show, and 21 Jump Street, is a retired U.S. Marine Lieutenant Colonel. Colonel. That was great, actually. Next, Nike wanted to call their first shoe design Aztec, but Adidas threatened to sue since they already had a line called Aztec Gold. The Nike co-founder then decided to change the name to Cortez after the general who kicked the shit out of the Aztecs. So, yeah, they wanted to name it that, but Adidas got it first. So, it cannot be a redundant thing because it's the law, it's the business. Next is Grand Theft Auto V cost 265 million to make. That the largest budget of any video at the time, but turned around and made 1 billion in its first 7 to 2 hours. That was so cool. Imagine spending that, but it's really like worth it. Spending on this kind of like business. It's still a business because it's a game. You know, everything here in this world is business. So, just so you know. Even institutions, even schools. This next is, despite the video showing all band members singing, the 5-part harmony at the start of Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody was all performed by Freddie Mercury. Yeah, have you seen that movie? It was great actually. Next is, if you pour cold water into a person's ear, their eyes will move in direction of the opposite ear. If you pour warm water into their ear, their eyes will move towards that ear. This is caused to test for the brain damage and is called caloric stimulation. Next is, professional wrestlers in the WWE would settle disputes by holding a wrestler's court backstage with the Undertaker usually presiding as judge. Sentences often involve the offending wrestler buying alcohol and other wrestlers. Next, the gelatin in the jello. The gelatin in the jello is made from pork skins, horse and cattle bones, or split cattle hides. I know this stuff because I've studied this one. So I know that. So next is, getting goosebumps from music is a rare condition that actually implies different brain structure. People who experience goosebumps from music have more fibers connecting their auditory cortex and areas associated with emotional processing, meaning the two areas can communicate better. So I experienced this kind. Sometimes when the songer is like really good, or he or she played that music so well, like I'm having that kind of goosebumps. So depends on the singer. Next is, memories are so easily manipulated that in 3 hours you can be convinced you committed a crime that never happened. Researchers did a study in order to understand more about why people have gone to jail for false confessions. And they were able to convince 70% of participants that they were guilty of a fake crime. The college-age participants not only confess, they describe very detailed experience. What the heck, right? Can you believe? This is unbelievable actually. That's why it's crazy facts. But yeah, I think so. Next is, there was a fad in the 1950s called phone booth stuffing, where groups of young people would try to stuff themselves in phone booths. So the picture here is actually like really cool. So the phone booth, and there's just like a lot of people inside. Next is, tigers sometimes take revenge on those who have done wrong to them. They are among the most vengeful animals on this planet. Oh, don't mess with the tiger, ah. Don't mess with any tiger. Next is, in 1856, an Indian surveyor calculated the peak of Mount Everest to be exactly 29,000 feet, fearing that nobody would believe that this was the exact height. Not just an estimate, he publicly declared the height to be 29,002 feet. Okay? 39. In 1985, a Coca-Cola employee was fired for being engaged to a Pepsi employee. That was crazy. Those are two different companies. Whoa. Maybe, the secrets have been because they have before, right? So that's still because it's a business, so they might, might probably say something about their company because, engage people. The last one, guys. In Japan, it takes up to 20 years of school to become a sushi chef, which is years longer than it takes to become a doctor. Wow. I don't know if this is like true nowadays because we usually get things easy nowadays, so I'm not sure if this is still a thing in Japan, 20 years of school. So if that's really is your passion, okay, then so be it. 20 years. Thank you guys for listening. I will do another filming like later in a bit. So thank you for helping me make this world a better place for all of us and for the future generation. So have a wonderful night or day or afternoon in your location. Bye.
Half alive, and now you want me one more time. And who do you think you are? Running around leaving scars, collecting your job.